to kindly play virtual lamplighting ceremony.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
Thank you so much, Sushant sir. And with all this positivity, once again, I would like to congratulate all of you for being a part of Lovely Professional University and all the very best for your new journey. So, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting time, let me introduce you to your very own worthy Pro Chancellor, Lovely Professional University, Madam Rashmi Mittal. Ladies and gentlemen, she is known for her virtues as a mentor, teacher, leader, manager, an orator, and as an innovator. She not only professes the values of Indian culture, but she herself practices the fundamental principles of humanity and society while dedicating her to the cause of education and meaningful research. Taking interest in administrative areas, she served lovely institutes of law and engineering as officiating principal. Later, playing wider role as an administrative head, she also served as dean for lovely institutes. In year 2006, she joined as Executive Dean of Lovely Professional University. During her tenure as Executive Dean, she handled many full departments of the university. With her inclusive style of working, academic interests, clear-cut understanding of people skills and student psychology, she has risen to be Pro-Chancellor of Lovely Professional University. Working in the education sector, she acquired the skills of converting ideas into reality and of debottlenecking the research processes, adopting novel and innovative approaches. Recognizing her contribution in her term as Pro-Chancellor of Lovely Professional University, she has been awarded with the Mother Teresa Award in 2014, Rashtriya Gaurav Award in 2015, Rising Star of Asia in 2016, Glory of India in 2016, Mother Teresa Priyadarshini Award in 2016, Asia Pacific Achievers Award with Gold Medal in 2018, acknowledging her services and excellence in the field of education. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, with a lot of virtual claps in the chat box, please welcome worthy Pro Chancellor, Lovely Professional University, Madam Rashmi Mittal.
Thank you.
Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Aryan. And thank you so much, children. Yes, a lot of claps. Thank you so much for all these claps for me. Thank you. Thank you, children. So very good morning to all the students. Very, very good morning. And it's a beautiful day. I can see through my window. It's going to rain probably. So here in Punjab, it's a very, very nice and green weather. I would like to welcome you to this freshman induction, which has been specially designed from your seniors for all of you. And I hope you are having a good time. And all these 3 days, you're not going to miss even an inch of this induction, which is online, although we never expected that this induction is ever going to be online. But this full year has been online, and we are eagerly waiting to see all your smiles, all your faces in the auditorium right away. And I'm very happy to announce that very soon we'll be seeing you all in the campus, and I hope the government guidelines goes with it, and we are able to start our session somewhere in September. That's what is thought of. Also, a lot of students have questions to this COVID. So I would want to say that when the COVID started in 2000, in last year, March, when it started, and I think we were the first university to start everything online right in time, and we could start our semester in time and finish our semester also in time. All the examinations were held online, and all my students said no very problems while joining online. So I'm very happy to announce too that all my students of the batches, they got very good placements this year, and in fact excellent placements this year also. And a lot of my students are now placed well, whether in industry, NGOs, or different offices all over the globe. So I'm very happy to announce that too. I think you all know what LPU has achieved in Olympics also. Your seniors have done wonderfully well, and we could get 9 medals in Olympics. The LPU students could grab them. So I want to thank and acknowledge all your Virtos, the seniors of yours who have transformed themselves with the tagline with when we say transforming education, transforming India. So they have thought big, as the tagline also goes, think big. So they have thought big and they have transformed themselves to be transforming this nation, this whole world. So children, I would like to welcome you to this induction ceremony. And one piece of advice which goes that this 3 day of induction is very, very important to you, because you will know what your university is all about, how the university looks like physically, that you have already seen in the first part of the induction. And I'm sure you liked it. Did you enjoy the different buildings, the infrastructure of LPU? So likewise, you would see a lot of other departments telling about themselves, and a lot of you have already seen the campus and they know how the campus looks like. But otherwise, virtually, we would try to, in detail, we would like to tell you about each and every division which is there to help you, to guide you. So my piece of advice as mother would be that please do not miss even an inch of it, because that's very important for the beginning of your semester, especially when you are not physically present there, right? So children, I'm going to take you back in 2001, where we started from. So I just want to touch upon that history of LPU, because it's very important, since we are all a family now, since you have joined LPU and you are all our children, and it's important for all of you to understand the spirit, the legacy of LPU. So children, we began in 2001. When we began, we were not that massive. Now, if you see there, you've seen already the infrastructure. It's amazing. It's large. It is mammoth. But when we started, we started very small. The humble beginning was there in 2001 with only one building. And if you see the block number 1, it is now the fashion block. There is when we started from, with 12 faculty members, 250 students, and only 4 programs. Now you understand what program is? Like we started with BCA, MCA, MBA, and BBA programs that time in 2001 with only one building and 250 students. So that is the kind of strength we began with, a very humble one, a simple one. And that time we were never a brand. Like LPU is now a brand, but that time we were never a brand, right? So not many students were interested to take admissions in LPU, but the vision, the LPU's vision was very clear, that we wanted to create history. We wanted to do something very different, which no other university has ever created. So with that mission, that vision is in mind, we started, and only in 4 years, we got the status of being a university. Because back then we were only affiliated to other universities for 4 years. But the vision was clear that we wanted to be a university ourselves. So we did a lot of hard work. All my students, the faculty back then did a lot of hard work, and that's how we got the status of being a university only after 4 years of its conception. Normally, it doesn't happen, children. It takes 30 to 40 years to get to the status of being a university, but your institute at that time got only after 4 years. Right? So every year we were adding buildings, because the vision was very clear that we wanted to be the largest in terms, we wanted to impart education to as many students who are deserving of, and we started working hard on it. And every year we were adding buildings, programs, number of students, faculty, patent, research, placements, and all these things were happening. And now, as all of you know, that your university stands tall with more than 60 buildings in terms of infrastructure, but in terms of number of students, we have around 30,000 plus students with 4,000 plus staff members. So that is the kind of growth, children, we had all these years. And I would give credit to, for this growth, I would first give the credit to God Almighty, because the blessings of God Almighty had been always there onto all of us. And second is the faculty who've helped me, the deans, the seniors who've helped me, all of us to grow, to reach where we are today. And also, then I would acknowledge the students, number one, because the students are the foremost. When we say a university is made up of the management, the faculty, and the students. And the students are largest in number. So you children, your seniors did wonderfully well to themselves. They, they had their stories built. So they did so much best to their own self. That's how university gained this importance, this popularity which LPU is boasting of today, which all of us are enjoying the prosperity of LPU is because of your seniors who worked hard on themselves. That time we were not the first choice of people, as I said, the students, and then they worked hard on themselves. They worked hard on their own placements. I still remember during night after the classes, they would sit and talk to the companies for their own placements. And that's how probably the recruiters were very, very impressed, and then they wanted LPU students to be a part of their families. And that's how, when my students joined those companies, and they did a lot of hard work there also, which nobody else probably did at that time. And your university, being the first private university that started at that time, it was very, very rare that a private university doing so well. So there were a lot of papers, a lot of research, a lot of eyebrows were raised also, because people wanted to know which is this university who's just come up, and how many students with so many infrastructure, so much good infrastructure, and how many of the students are doing so well across the globe. So that is the story of LPU students. And I believe that the lot of hard work which all the students did, lot of smart work which my students did at that time, paid us off. And a lot of other things which I would just want to talk about, the soft things which LPU is made up of. Because it's now, since you have seen the infrastructure, the God Almighty has been kind, your seniors have done it. Now you need to understand, how could your seniors, how could this community of faculty and the students did do so well that we are here today with this popularity. So I think the credit also goes to the kind of spirit and the value system and the culture of LPU, which all of us imbibe. You see any student of mine, any faculty of mine, they will be bubbling with this value system, which I'm just going to talk about. If you see, each of my students, each of my faculty would do a lot of hard work, smart work, and with a lot of passion. That is the kind of strength that LPU has. We live in a family atmosphere. So all of us live in a family atmosphere where we would want each other's growth. We want each one of us to grow. There's no leg pulling. There's no competition. There's no, we believe in ourselves and try to rise, from where we are today. So that's the kind of competition we would have. So I think the family culture has given a space to this kind of environment in the campus, when you see that we take each other along, and we stay like brothers and sisters, and all of the children are very happy supporting each other and trying to grow each other. And we believe in the policy of inclusivity, because it's very important to take different sectors of the society along. If you see in the campus, I always say very proudly that my students are very sensitive towards the needs of the downtrodden and the specially abled children also, because we have certain students whom we take free admission in LPU every year, and there are students in the wheelchair, and my students, the LPU students, the Vertos, the transformers, are always there to help them, guide them through their journeys. So I think when there is a family culture, when there is a support system available, when there is inclusivity, when everybody is trying to help each other, and when there is no cutthroat competition, because we are helping each other grow. So that's when the environment of inclusivity, the environment of growing together comes in. So I believe that the baseline is very clear, that we all want each other to grow. So I think that also, that culture helped my students, the seniors, to do this well. And second, I just started upon was the hard work and the smart work, which each one of us are wired with. And I feel that when you are in a family, when everything is for us, that trust is there with in the management or in the whole community, when you know that you're going to achieve something great. So that passion comes in, then that passion comes in, and when then passion is there, then no work seems like hard work. When the passion is there, you feel like you enjoy every work, every bit that you do in your growth. So all my students, whether they would not even look at the clock, because then they know, because they are heading towards their goal, and with passion, and then they don't know how much time it takes for it. And after the classes from 9 to 5, and meaningful classes wherein they would be very, very attentive in the class, and then they would try to learn something new every day. So that is the kind of value system or the culture which LPU believes in. So you will see all my students probably, upskilling themselves in the evening. So that culture of hard work and smart work is also wired in all of us. And the third thing, which is very, very important and dear to me, is the transparency in the governance that we have. And we have a very feedback oriented and a very open door kind of a policy, wherein that also comes from the family culture, because we are very transparent in telling our children where the policies are laid, how the policies are laid, and why these policies are laid, because all of us are a part of it, and we understand why these are for. So all my children then are a part of the policy making, and it's an open door policy. They can give their feedbacks, and they can come to us for any kind of suggestions if they have any. And it's a very transparent system, in the sense that if you are deserving of 10, you will get a 10 on 10, and if you are deserving of 0, you will get a 0 too. So, and we understand why I'm getting 0 and how I will be there to improve myself. The faculty and the mentors will be there to guide you, to support you where you are lacking. So with that kind of value system in place, so nobody feels left alone, because everybody is taken care and understood that he or she may not be good at a particular thing, but he or she is good at certain other things. So that's very important, because not everybody is going to be be having best in everything. So you have to understand, you have to take people along. So that's a third thing which I just wanted to touch upon, the value system of transparent governance and open door kind of policies that we have. The fourth thing is very important and is also an integral part of LPU, is the self-discipline. We all believe that in case you want to achieve your goal, whatever is in your heart and mind today, I'm sure you all have, since it's the first day. And so whether you want to be a 10 CGPA holder, you want to be a gold medalist, tomorrow you want to write papers, or you want to do some kind of research, some innovation, some startups, anything you want to do. But it has to be with self-discipline. You have to, unwrap this beautiful day like a beautiful gift given to you by God Almighty. And how do you place every day, and how do you do with everything you do, with everything it comes discipline. If you have a class at 9, so 9 means 9, you can't be 2 minutes late also. And when your assignment has to be given, it has to be given in time. So if you're professional in your approach, if you're very, very professional in your approach, when you are self-disciplined, and you know when to say yes and when to say no to certain things in your life, I think then there is no looking back. So LPU believes in all these things. And if you see at that time in 2001, when we started, and we were very new to the education system, because this group has never been into education. So we could reach this height, I think, is because of this kind of value system in place, because we never looked at what people were doing at that time, what other universities were doing at that time, because the vision was very clear that we wanted to achieve this in a very different way, because we wanted to work like a family. We wanted to be having a very transparent system, which not many universities would have it still today, right? So I believe that with this value system in place, your seniors have done wonders in life. Now, if you see, you pick up any student of mine, and they would be wired with this kind of value system. And so now, children, why I'm trying to tell you this about this value system is because since you are now going to be a part of this LPU, and you are going to take this legacy forward, it's very important that you also understand where this value system is coming from and why we are all wired in this value system. So children, now the baton is in your hands. Now you have to take the legacy forward, and you have to, if tomorrow LPU has to touch further heights, it has to be through you. If you achieve your success, if you achieve your goals, LPU ultimately rises high. Because we believe in we all believe in the student strength. If you are there for your goal, whatever you have mission for yourself, and I'm sure your parents are looking at you, so these 4 years could be the best period of your time, best learning for yourself. And children, for that, take the legacy from your seniors and take it forward. And from this, I think LPU is there to support you, guide in all your endeavors that you want to achieve in. My different divisions are there to help you. My faculty would be there, my deans would be there, different divisions would be there to help you. So there are a lot of opportunities which are there in the campus. So the first opportunity, which I believe, which you can say is a tool which will help you achieve your goal, is the infrastructure of LPU. As we just talked about, amazing infrastructure that LPU has. We have certain very nice labs, libraries in different disciplines. So if you are a part of whatever discipline, whether you are an engineering student or an architecture student or a fashion student, so it's important for you to know your university, go to each of the blocks and see what is stored for you, see different labs, whether it is, even if they are not from your discipline, please go and see how you can utilize that physical aspect of yours in your research, in your learnings. That's very, very important, because that's the benefit of LPU. Second is the diversity of LPU, which is amazing, children. So when I started off, I heard Aryan speaking to certain students and where they come from. So you will be very happy to know that since we have students from all the different states and from 60 countries also. So that is the kind of diversity the LPU has. So make use of this diversity, because we always believe that the best kind of education would come through this diversity, because I've seen students when they are friends from different communities, different cultures, different caste, creed, religion, languages. So they tend to learn so much from each other, which normally doesn't happen over in a smaller institute where only probably your community or your state students are there. I've seen students before they pass out, they learn a different language, they have a different friend in different part of the world, and they learn so much from each other. So that's children actual education also, because otherwise knowledge, you can get it from anywhere. Online also, you're getting knowledge everywhere, but this network which you built here in campus is an excellent platform for all of you to be learning so much from here. So I think make use of this diversity. If you're in the hostel, please try to share your room with some different community student. Do not hesitate to make friends. That's very important, because these friends are now going to be your parents, your lifelong colleagues, and so there's so much to do if you choose good friends in this 4 years. So I feel that a man or a woman is always known by the company he or she keeps. So it's very important to have good set of friends along with you. So diversity also in terms of disciplines and domains and the skill set that we have in the campus. Since we are 150 plus programs there, so there are students from different disciplines, so you can engage with. If you are an architect students, you can communicate, or you can have network with, say, civil engineering student or MBA students, and that's how you make a community and you learn so much from each other. And if you look, I mean, in the world also, we've seen so many examples how this is the Facebook and all these things came over. They all happened over a classroom chat only. So this can all happen here in the campus. And I have seen a lot of success stories wherein the students have written research, they've written papers, they have done some kind of softwares they have made with this community of friends. So children, I would tell you to please make friends from different disciplines and domains, and try to do some kind of network and see, put your heads down and see where you can create an element of think big. Because you are supposed to think big, children. That's no choice now for NPU students, because you're all Vertos and you are transformers. You have to transform your lives. Right? You have to think big in every endeavor, in a small thing also. Even if you're in a class, you have to start thinking big. How you can think big, even in a class, if you have to, nobody's asking a question, and if you are standing up and asking a meaningful question to the faculty, that's also a think big factor for you. That could be a think big factor for all of you. So it's important that every day try to create some think big or an aha moment for yourself, right? So diversity is the second tool which I would feel that you should all care for. And the third thing is is also very important tool of LPU is the kind of the kind of exposure you would get from different disciplines. Please do not hesitate to upskill yourself in the evenings. After the classes, you go to different divisions, whether it is a division of student welfare, which is a separate building, which is dedicated for upskilling yourself. And a lot of students, they've never danced, and they would come here and join dancing clubs. There are societies, there are different student organizations where you can lead, and there are different clubs and societies where you can do some kind of meaningful job in the campus and make your pocket money and help your parents. And there are a lot of students who would do some kind of what do you call business in the campus and also make money. So we help the students to grow themselves in the evening. So please do not stick to only the academics. You could be having a 7 or 8 CGPA, which is quite fine with us, and but you should be getting on to other skills also, because a recruiter today is looking at all this. They don't want only a child with good academics. They would want a child who is making a go-kart, or maybe playing a guitar, or having his own business, or doing some kind of job while studying also. So those are the kind of things that LPU is always supporting, and my faculty, my heads would be there to support you, guide you, and sky is the limit for you. We have ocean full of opportunities for you in LPU. So opportunities are great. There are business leaders, there are icons in different fields. They would come and interact with you. So please do not miss even an inch of having a glimpse of them, but you have to manage your time. That's very important, because there are no notice boards, there are no parents who are going to be there to tell you to get up. So it's the UMS system which tells you, okay, this 10 activities are going on in the campus, and now you have to decide which activity you have to be attending, and please go and grab those opportunities which are stored for you. Right, so you have to manage time. You can't say, okay, I'm busy in my assignment, I can't go and upskill myself, because that's a part. I mean, everybody is busy doing something or the other. So it's important that you are multifold and you are able to upskill yourself. And in your resume, once your resume, LPU students' resume is read, it should be a very smart resume, which should be full of sports activities, cultural activities, some kind of business, some kind of MOOCs, some kind of certifications. And if there are so, then only you will be recruited in the first phase. And LPU, I'm very happy to announce that LPU helps you, that in case you want to excel in research, so we would help you, letting know that how a research paper is written, how a patent is written. So my faculty would be telling you from scratch. Even I've seen my undergrad students also writing papers. So in the first year only. So please do not hesitate, and don't think that since you have never done it, so you'll not be able to do it. My deans, my faculty would be there to support you, guide you at every step. And I promise that as community, we are there to polish you, skill you, and but you have to be a go-getter. You have to be proactive. Right? So God also help those who help themselves. So it's important that you want to be helped, and please go to your faculty for any kind of advice. First, go to your heads and your school heads and your mentors. And if something still something is left, and then you can, there are different divisions also who can guide you and support you and take your suggestions also. So if you come and visit my office also, we are also there to support you every Tuesday and every Friday. Normally I meet students in my office. So you are welcome to bring your feedback, your suggestions to us, and we'll be very, very happy to take them all. So, and since now we are not meeting physically, you can write to us, and different divisions will come and talk to you about them. So we have happiness school also, which is very, very dear to me, that in wherever, if sometimes you have chaos in your mind, and if you want to reach out to people who are your friends, guide, and they keep your things as secret. So those kind of schools are also there, which are helping, continuously supporting the children. So children, although we are running on the online mode, but I think nothing is going to change for you. Only the physical part of it, that we are not able to see each other physically. But rest, I'm sure all my faculty will be there to support you, guide you forever. Thank you so much, children. It was wonderful interacting with you. And please Get yourself attached to the tagline of LPU, which is think
Thank you, ma'am.
which is written here also. So it's very, very important and dear to each one of us that you should think out of the box, think big, and how you can make everything look big. How you can try doing the best of your making the best version of yourself. That's very, very important for us. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can please write it down so that I would be very happy to answer you. Thank you so much, children.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this
Thank you,
energetic
Aryan.
and enthusiastic address. And every time I hear you, I get motivated to become better daily. So thank you so much, ma'am, once again. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, it's my request to all of you to drop virtual claps once again for this wonderful address. And also, if you have any relevant questions, you can drop in the chat box, and I would be passing the relevant questions to Pro Chancellor, ma'am. All right, I can see a lot of virtual claps in the chat box. Everyone is thanking you, ma'am, for this amazing
Thank you,
address.
Beta. Thank you so much. Any questions? I'm sure all your questions are going to be answered very soon. The first advice, please, that keep that in mind. Please don't miss even an inch of this induction. I'm sure it's going to be very, very interesting for all of you. You will also meet your seniors. We will have sessions with them also. Don't miss that part.
Disha is saying your smile is gracious.
Thank you, Beta. Thank you. It's all because of you. I'm so blessed with the love of my children that I always feel it's divine.
I guess each and everything is clear to all the students, and they are very
Okay.
happy
Thank you
right
so
now.
much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, children. Thank you, Aryan. Thank you, Saurabh.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking your precious
Thank
time
you,
out of
ma'am.
your.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this was worthy Pro Chancellor of lovely professional university, Madam Rashmi Mittal. I hope you loved this session. I hope you are excited to meet her in person whenever the campus reopens. I hope you're very motivated right now to make your university proud and make your nation proud. So, with this, it's my request to all of you to head towards your induction sheet because you would be having a break. And after that, I would be meeting you once again at 2 o'clock in the afternoon for the next session, in which I would be telling you about your induction program and why induction is important for you. So don't forget to tune in at 2 p.m. sharp. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in this.